In this video, we're going to show you how to add markers to a SARTopo map on a phone. So there's a couple of different ways to add a marker. One way is to navigate to a location. So we'll do that first. If you look at this map, you can see a crosshair in the center of the map. So if we move the map and place that crosshair where we'd like to add a marker, in this case I'll put it at the Cold Spring Trailhead, then if we hold our finger down on that location, we get a little pop-up. We can click Add Marker, and now we can go ahead and label that marker. So I'll just call it Trailhead. And I like to change the color of markers. So red is the default color, but since everything SARTopo adds to a map is going to be red by default, I like to change it to a different color. So in this case, I'm going to go with the dark blue. And so now we've got our label, we've got our color, the style is fine. I'm just going to say OK, and it add a marker to that location. But let's say we are given some coordinates and we need to add a marker to a coordinate location. That's easy enough to do as well. So if we look at the top of our screen, the icons up there, the one in the middle is a folder with a little location icon. So if we click on that, it brings up a list of things that are on the map. And then at the bottom, we have Add Map Item. So let's go ahead and click that. And here's all the different sorts of objects we can add to the map. So let's go ahead and add a marker. I'll touch Marker. It brings up a similar menu like before, but in this case we're going to actually enter the coordinates in. So I'll go ahead and delete the ones that are in there, and I'll paste in some coordinates that I grabbed from a text that was sent to me. Now we still want to label it, put something meaningful there. So in this case it was a subject that was reported off of the West Fork of the Cold Spring Trail. So we'll type in subject. We can leave the style, but maybe we'll put a different color. And in this case, I'll go for orange. So we've got our label. We entered the coordinates in. And by the way, we could have entered these coordinates as degrees. This is how we entered them. We could have done degrees, minutes, seconds. We could have entered UTM. So SARTopo is pretty smart that way. And we've got a style, a color, so we'll go ahead and hit OK. And now we've got that marker on the map. So one thing that we probably want to do is navigate to that location, and that's easy enough with SARTopo. So if we go ahead and touch that marker, it'll bring up our little pop-up, and we can see in the bottom of this pop-up, we're close to the bottom, there's one called Navigate To. If we just select that, it will automatically draw a line from where we're at to that location. It's not going to follow a route necessarily or a trail, but it will give us a straight line to that location. And in the bottom of our screen, we can see we need to turn around and start heading in the other direction in order to get there. So that's all there is really required to add markers to a SARTopo map. We can do it either by navigating to it, or we can do it by just typing in the coordinates.